are finally getting the Brook and GUNKO flashback as Loki versus Emu is raging on. Oda cooked with One Piece chapter 1183. So guys, and spoiler alert guys, Emu may have just revealed the actual name of Joy Boy guys, like it is crazy this chapter. So without further ado, let's go over the chapters. I think we have no like cover page in this one. We had a color spread and it was peak, bro. And we had like on the Shonen Jump cover we had like Luffy who was wearing the Japanese football outfit like in the occasion of the World Cup, you know. And the color spread was amazing, guys. Like I don't want to show it because of copyright issues. And it was peak, bro. All the Straw Hats were there, and you know what Oda goes crazy when all the Straw Hats are involved during the color spread. So yeah, so let's go right into the chapter, guys. Like it is peak. So the title of the chapter is chapter 1183. Good Morning Mermaid. We'll get this reference later in the chapter. You'll know this is related to Brook. So we'll talk about it when we get there. And yeah, the chapter starts off exactly where we left off with Loki versus Emu, you know. And remember the last chapter we cut off from Loki versus Emu, then we saw the other events in Elbaf, Summers killing him, Zoro Sanji joining in the battle, and we cut away from that fight. So Oda starts off this chapter with Loki versus Emu, and bro, anytime Emu is speaking, like Emu is dropping lore, so you know it's peak, bro. Like we're at that point in the story. Like whenever Emu speaks, he's dropping insane reveals, and here Emu starts this chapter with a conversation with Loki and Ragnar. They're like flying and they're having a conversation and a standoff now. And Emu says, Ragnar thou had waited long for one who could exact revenge upon Mu. Is that not so? And Ragnar is like screeching. Ragnar is mad at Emu. And Loki says, enough with the chatter. I have never seen someone this tough before. And Loki is telling this about Emu, bro. Like Loki, bro, like this is over for Shanks fans. Like Shanks fans were pushing the agenda that Shanks is stronger than Emu somehow, guys. Like I don't know how it made sense to them, but guys, this destroys their agenda once and for all. Like Emu is top one in the verse. We have enough like narrative signs and then comments from other people to like cement the fact that Emu is actually the strongest in the verse, top one, undisputed, guys. Like even Loki is saying, I've never seen someone as strong as this before. And Loki seems like he's huffing and puffing, and Emu is slowly like getting back to his. Emu seems like he's having a warm up now, you know, like, and we'll see Emu slowly is like getting locked in, and guys, you know, like Emu is about to cook Loki soon, bro. Like Emu is just playing around and having a warm up. Loki is definitely doing pretty well, I'm not gonna lie, without taking any credit away from him. So yeah, Emu says an interesting line here, and Emu finally like acknowledges Luffy by his name. Like it's peak, bro. Emu says, Loki, Straw Hat Luffy, thy kind were never destined to serve Mu. Thus, here and now shall Mu wipe thy from existence. So Emu declares that Emu is going to wipe Luffy and Loki, and Emu's mission is to like finish them right here in Elbaf. Like Emu is out for blood. Like this is Emu's ultimatum. Like Emu is furious with both of them, and Emu saying that they were never destined to serve Mu maybe could be implying that they cannot be dominated reversed and it doesn't work on them, so there is no choice for Emu but to finish them once and for all. And now the next line, guys, this is the most intriguing part of the chapter. Emu says, I'm going to finish thy, just like with the case with Dozan. Remember the last page, Emu says that Emu wants to finish Luffy and Loki, and Emu adds the line, just like with Dozan. So guys, who is this guy Dozan? Like, is this Joy Boy? Did Emu just reveal Joy Boy's name? Dozan, it starts with DOUZAN. Is it like the will of Dozan? The will of D is just got revealed, guys. What is going on here, guys? What do you guys think about? Let me know down in the comments below. In my personal opinion, I think it could be Joy Boy's name reveal, or maybe it makes sense more to be the name of the previous Needhawk user during the Void Century, or maybe the first world, you know. It could be that Dozan was a previous Needhawk user who Emu Emu erased from history before in the second world. So Emu is referring to that when talking to Loki here. It would make sense, but I wouldn't be shocked if it actually turns out to be Joy Boy's name reveal, and the will of D is actually the will of Dozan. You know, it would be crazy, guys. Like it's P, bro. We already with every reveal there's like more mysteries building up right now, so this is crazy, guys. And yeah, as Emu says this, Emu charges up an attack, and Loki also charges up an attack with Ragnar, and Loki causes thunderbolts to like crash down on Emu, and Emu like swerves his sword or whatever you want to call that. I'm not sure what to call it exactly. And Emu uses a named attack called Grammar, and Loki uses a named attack called Twinheim, and their attacks clash with each other. Like Emu's sword clashes with Loki's thunder strikes from the sky, and it is peak. This panel is insane, guys. Clash space is going crazy. I understand Otis trying to like give importance to other parts of the chapter, so he has to like give importance to other events occurring in Elbaf. So so much is happening. So I understand what Oda is doing here. He's slowly building up the fight, and this fight is gonna last a few more chapters, because at the end of this chapter we'll see, bro. We get cut back to Brook's flashback, and it's gonna take some while there. So yeah, keep an eye on Loki and Emu, and it's gonna go crazy. We're still yet to see Loki's hybrid form, and Oda is milking it, guys. I don't know, like maybe Loki hasn't mastered his hybrid form, or maybe the hybrid form is very taxing for Loki, just like Luffy's Gear 5. You know how Luffy can only use it in a short burst, and it takes massive stamina and toll on him, and runs out of haki. Maybe that's the same issue with Loki's hybrid form, and that's why he's not using it, and that's his trump card. So as long as we don't see Loki's hybrid form, I believe that Loki is safe, but like Loki is gonna do well as long as we don't see the hybrid. Because once we see the hybrid, I believe we're gonna see another form of Emu, or maybe Emu like locks in and finally like defeats Loki, and that's when Luffy shows up. I think that's how it's gonna go. So we cut off from Loki versus Emu, and we go to West Village, where we see Rain Goddess Zaza has like captured all the kids, like Kolon and the other kids, and Bjorn and the others, and we see that everyone, the parents, all the giants are like preparing to like attack and fight the Rain God Zaza, and Chopper is telling Ripley is also there. Ripley is like heavily bandaged. Every one of the giants like who were trying to save the children before fell from the cliff in order to save them, and got pierced by Sommer's thorns. They all got back up and trying to force their way through and fight through the pain. But Chopper is telling Ripley that don't move a muscle. The blood transfusion has not been completed. You'll really die at this rate. But Ripley says, it doesn't matter. They're taking my boy away, and they'd rather die than let their children be taken away. So we see the Rain God Zaza and the giants like having a clash, and bro, this Rain God Zaza, bro, I don't know, the Rain Goddess I should say, yeah. We can see a more clear view of it in this chapter. And bro, this is very similar to she looks very similar to Gonko's outfit during the Rock's flashback, when Rox pulled up in Marriage was in front of Emu in the flower room, has a Nan outfit, and this Rain God Zaza has like 4 hands, so yeah, it is peak, guys. We're getting slowly lower on this, and we then see Killingham as well. Killingham says 7 of them, huh? Fine, that's enough, let's move on. So yeah, Killingham is also there, and at that moment we see that Sanji is like skywalking towards Western Village, and he has almost arrived, and he is seeing from distance Rain God Zaza, and he seems locked in by it. But I feel like Sanji is gonna have I really hope Sanji doesn't have another nosebleed situation with Rain God Zaza, and we finally see him like lock in against a quote unquote like female opponent, and he doesn't just let them go just because they're female, like he has that moral code that he will never hit a woman. So I really hope we get to see something like different here, and Sanji finally having a little bit of development that here your crewmate and the people you care about are in trouble. So I hope we get to see a different side of Sanji, and eventually maybe this could be the perfect setup for Sanji to awaken his conqueror's haki, like he doesn't actually have to fight the Rain Goddess Zaza like in the brutal hand to hand, or I should say, yeah, Sanji fights with his legs. So yeah, I hope maybe here is the place where he like awakens his conqueror's haki, and he uses that to like nullify Rain God Zaza, and he doesn't have to like fight like head on with that a woman figure, maybe that could be the play here. And Killingham, boys, like I don't know, Sanji versus Killingham 1v1. Sanji is destroying this dude. Like this dude has no chance with Sanji, but Killingham's only hacks is his devil fruit, and the way he can easily manifest nightmares. That's gonna be the main problem, like as soon as Sanji is done with all the nightmares of Killingham himself is done, except with his regeneration. I don't know how they're gonna counter that. Maybe the only way to counter that is like destroying their hearts, the metallic heart, the kind of thing that we saw of Somers, maybe that's how you like destroy them once and for all. So yeah, we got from West Village to the place where we saw like Gonko was trapped in Ragnar's ice block, and we see that he is still inside Ragnar's ice block. And Emu tried to like blast Ragnar's ice block with Omen Flame, and try to like free her, but it didn't work. Like Ragnar's ice is so strong that even Emu couldn't break. So another Ragnar upskill, like big Ragnar, bro. Like put some respect on big Ragnar, guys. Like easily top 3 in L buff right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna put like Ragnar above Luffy at this point. Like no joke. Like I have my L buff top 4 is Emu, then Loki second, and third Ragnar, and fourth is Luffy. That's my ranking, guys. Honestly, like right now. About Luffy, guys, we don't see him in this chapter at all, and then he's like eating, and he's somewhere like locking in. I trust in my goat, and I know like Oda is like, like building up the hype with Luffy and arriving when all hope is lost. We know how it goes with Luffy, so yeah, trust in Luffy, guys. But until we see more from Luffy, that's where he is, like fourth. But I believe that Luffy is gonna go crazy when he shows up, so trust in Luffy, or goat will be back. So yeah, we continue where we see that Gunko is still trapped, and we then cut away to where Usopp and Nami, Jinbei, and Brook are, like where Brook and Usopp, where like Luffy came and gave put down Usopp and Brook near like Nami's group, and we see that Usopp is asking Brook like, why did you go to fight her? I could tell something was seriously wrong, so I jumped in. Usopp then asks Brook, do you know her, Brook? Brook says, Nami asks, like an enemy you fought long ago? Then Brook says, not an enemy, just someone I never imagined to see again. But this situation has left me confused. Brook then says, if it's really her, she should be 77 now. So yeah, Gonko's age, we got the confirmation that she should be 77 now, but she looks very young, like in her mid 20s or something like that. So Brook is like confused, like what's going on? And Nami then asks Brook, like, so that's someone else, right? He's a celestial dragon after all. Then Usopp says, back then she was a prince. Brook then continues, back then she was a princess of my homeland. I never saw her again after she left for the Holy Land. So this is crazy, guys, and we're getting crazy lore now. So Gonko was the princess of his homeland. This is insane. So we then see she left for the Mary Joyce later on, and after that Brook never saw her. Then we then see Frankie and Jinbei, like Frankie coming towards Brook and telling them that Brook, that woman is still frozen solid. Her condition is unknown, but this keeps up. And we then see Usopp continuing. Usopp then asks Brook, so basically that celestial dragon is a spitting image of someone you know. But that doesn't change the fact that she came back to attack Elbaf. However, the one who untied the ropes binding us earlier was most definitely her. We are out. So Brook is telling them that even though like she could be a similar, she could be a different celestial dragon who looks very similar to the girl that to the princess Brook used to know. But still, like she was the one who untied the ropes that the straw hats. There were some of the straw hats, they were stuck on the Gonko's ropes, and Gonko was the one who like freed them. So Brook is like confused, like what is going on here? Like if she is actually someone else, like and Brook also says that she also knows me. Like when Gonko called out Brook's name, and Brook was about Brook fought Emu slash Gonko before. And how Gonko like warned Brook to like get away first. So yeah, Brook then is confused, like how could she possibly know who I am if she is a celestial dragon? Like this has to be that princess, like their face color, their hair, the different eyes, and now she also knows Brook. So Brook is confused, like how is she, what is going on here? Like Brook had to find out himself. So that's why he confronted Gonko by himself. And Usopp then followed him, and Brook is not detailing, like, and then she transformed into that demonic form again. There are like 3 personalities: her initial persona, the persona that saved us, and that demonic form. It's almost as though there were 3 different personifications. Wait, does that mean she is being controlled? And Nami then asks Brook, like, does that mean she is being controlled? And Brook then continues, back then we never even considered that possibility. But after seeing people turn into demons here today, I can't shake this horrible feeling in my chest. This ain't good, Brook. Decide quickly. Do we keep her alive or finish her off? If we don't, decide we can't act either. So Jinbei is like, bro, I'm gonna go on a rant with Jinbei. Like, Jinbei, As soon as you see Gonko is like trapped and captured, and you have those like you grew balls to like speak so boldly, like Jinbei is now saying to like finish her up and stuff. Like Jinbei is acting like he was not wrapped up in Gonko's bandages, and he didn't get like no dip by Gonko when he tried to jump her with all the four straw hats. And 1 billion bounty Jinbei, by the way, guys. Like Jinbei, we need to see more from you guys. Like instead of like just talking like big and showing that your superiority with just talks, man. Man, I just hate Jinbei what he's doing, bro. We need more from you, Jinbei. We expect more from you. So anyways, we continue with Brook, and Brook says, and this is where Brook's flashback starts, and we then see, this was long, long ago, truly long ago, but back then she was just a little girl, and I was too young, in the now fallen kingdom of Esperia. So we get the name of the kingdom, Esperia, a musical, vibrant kingdom packed with instrument craftsmen. And we then see all the stars are listening to Brook as we like flashback to west, I think west, this should be West Blue, I think, if I'm not wrong. I saw in the leaks it says West Blue, but in translation it is, maybe it's wrong, West Village. 70 years ago at 4 a.m. we see someone singing, and ahem, 1 2 3 4, morning sky is blue, good morning a mermaid. So this is where the title of the chapter comes from. And spoiler alert, this young guy is like Brook, and we'll later on see like Brook's face, and like finally we see his eyes for the first time, you know, guys. So this is crazy. So just spoiler alert for that. And we see that Brook saying, morning sky the glow, good morning mermaid, nobody knows the secrets that she holds, so many oceans still unknown, I want to see them on my own, good morning mermaid Mern, good morning Asperia, no more sitting around waiting for the wind, let's hit the seas again today baby, the back streets, keep it down, I've got a hangover. And all the people are like telling Brook to like shut up, like it's like 4 a.m. in the morning, and Brook is like singing on the streets and waking people up. And we then see people all around the like kingdom like telling Brook to like keep quiet, and we see a young Gonko saying tee hee hee, morning Brook, the port, the arena, everyone. Brook is like continuing his song, someday I want to meet a mermaid, shut it Brook, ah it's a great Brook, throw me out the battle crops, soul gets ripped away banding, bring me the gun, bring me a gun, yeah, this is the, so, and we get a description box of the kingdom. This is the land of instrument craftsmen, the kingdom of Esperia, and we see a beautiful like wide shot of the whole entire kingdom, and it looks peaky, guys. Like this reminds me of the Clover Kingdom, guys. Like, and this is very unique design for. I know, guys. Like if we go back to One Piece and we see all the kingdoms, like we might see some similarities, but from the top of my head, I think this is very unique, guys. Like this looks very unique to all the like kingdom designs we have seen so far in the story. And yeah, I love this how Oda is going with it. Like, and we then continue where we see the military quarters, Esperia Palace, and we see the palace, and we see some of the palace guards like saying, talking to that guy who was singing before, Captain, come on, teach us your sly style too, Swift Slash. You sure Dot and Princess Shuri. Quite whining. You want me to teach you? Learn the basics first, dreamers. Now then, what are we eating tonight? And Brook is like walking, the young Brook is walking with someone, and that is like Princess Shuri, like young Gonko, and they're like having a conversation, and Princess Shuri says, I'm starving, carrying Bing sake for you. And then we then see the description box of the two characters, Kingdom of Esperia, Royal Escort Corps, Captain Brook, age 20, and Kingdom of Esperia, Princess Shuri, age 7. Bro, insane, guys, insane. This is young Brook in his prime, in his back in the day, Brook, age 20, like, guys, this is like Brook's like second backstory. I'm super hyped for this, and I don't know about you guys, but I was so excited for Brook and Gonko flashback. Like, we're gonna get so much from this, guys. Like, there's a reason Oda has put this here, and it's gonna connect back to the present day events in Elbaf. So just keep calm with it. I know you guys want to see Emu action, Emu Loki and Luffy pulling up, having a fight with Luffy versus Emu. I know, guys, I'm happy for that as well. So, but let Oda cook on this. Like, remember what happened with God Valley and how peak it was, and that makes the entire present day like events more impactful, you know. So just let Oda cook. Anyways, we see like Gonko and Brook, and bro, what should I say her right now? I'm gonna go with Princess Shuri. I'm gonna start calling her Princess Shuri from now on because that's her actual name. So we then see Gonko, Brook is like singing, and Brook is like a captain of the royal like army of like this kingdom, and Brook says, "Leave it to the waves and breeze, sailing the whole day through, past the tide, thus sings with ease. Birds keep singing as they fly, drawing circles away high." And Gonko says, "Dee hee hee, you're amazing today. Think all that hard work paid off just like mom." So yeah, this is so wholesome to see like young Gonko and Brook. This is peak, and then we then see Brook saying, "Your mom's super strong, you know," to Gonko, and young Princess Shuri says, "Yeah, your mom." Brooke says, "Your mom's super strong, you know." Ah, Lady Candle, the light of my life. And Princess Shuri, young Gonko says, "Falling for someone's wife is dangerous, Brooke." Brooke then says, "Dangerous? How love? How love is free." And then we then see the king of Kingdom of Vesperia, King Rowan. Man, bro, like this is insane, guys. This guy, he looks like a Blackbeard, guys. I'm just gonna say outright, like he's most likely a Davy Clan member. I don't know what is going on here, but he looks very similar to a Davy Clan member. And bro, okay, something is going on here. I'm gonna talk more about this later at the end of this chapter. And that the king says, "Death penalty sounds dangerous enough. Penalty, and yikes, boss. No, I mean your majesty." So another transition, we saw that yikes, bro. Like, bro, guys, like Brooke and this guy King Rowan might actually be like, you know, like siblings, you know, like blood siblings. Like I have a feeling like they're actually like this King Rowan guy might be like Brooke's elder brother, you know, the way I get the vibe from this chapter. And we see Princess Shuri like calling out Papa. It's so wholesome to see like Gonko like back in the day. Like I love Gonko, guys. I'm just gonna say outright, like I love her character, and she's my favorite Holy Knight so far, and I'm so happy we're getting more about her and how she is like connected to the overarching plot. You know, I love this from Oda. And we then see like the King Rowan telling Brooke, "You're plotting my assassination, aren't you?" And Brooke then says, "Absolutely not. That's awful. I will wait until your time comes naturally." So Brooke is like telling King Rowan that he will wait out as long as he needs for him to pass away, and then he will like take like Queen Candle, you know, like his wife. "Hey Brooke." And Gonko then says, "Hey Brooke, just forget about my mom." God, this is so hilarious, guy. Brooke back in the day, he knows game, and we will see Queen Candle later in the chapter. And guys, I can understand why Brooke is going so crazy about her. So, bro, this is insane, guys. Like this guy, King Rowan, bro. Like something is going on in this kingdom, and I get a vibe, bro. Like I'm getting a vibe. What is going on? I'll talk about it later in the chapter. Anyways, we continue with the conversation between Princess Shuri, King Rowan, and Brooke. And Princess Shuri then says, "In return, Princess Shuri tells Brooke that forget about my mom. In return, when I grow up, I'll marry you instead, Brooke." Then King Rowan says, "Hey Shuri, that's the kind of cute thing daughters say to the dads." Brooke then says, "Ah, no thanks. I don't want a wife who's a total wet blanket." Guys, this is hilarious. Some people on Twitter, bro, they're running away and accusing Brooke of like, you know, PDF, guys, you know, like how Gonko is like only 7 and Brooke is like 20 at this point, and they were calling that Brooke is kind of like grooming Gonko right at this point. But guys, like let's just stop it, right? Let's not get that serious about it. They're just, you all just being just weird, and yeah, it's just normal, guys. Like Brooke is like a little, Gonko was like a little sister to Brooke, and King Rowan, bro, like he's like, bro, like Princess Shuri might actually be like Brooke's like niece, you know, like I'm not gonna lie, like because King Rowan and Brooke, they might have some connection, like blood connected. They're like brothers for sure. Like I have a vibe, I'm getting the vibe. And then like King Rowan like tries to hit Brooke because like Brooke rejected like Princess Shuri and says, "How dare you dump my daughter in front of me?" Brooke then says, "I'm devoted to one woman only." And we then see a cute scenario of how Gonko is like laughing, and we then see another guard like shows up and says, "Your Majesty, apologies for interrupting your fun moment. A gang cavalry unit is moving from the port toward the town. The escort corps are in town, but they are badly outnumbered. Reinforcements from the palace are on the way, but they probably won't make it in time." And we see a like big overview of the Kingdom of Vesperia, and we see the port, and we see some of the gang members are like trying to like invade the kingdom, and they're trying to attack something. And then the King Rowan asks, "What is their target?" Then they say, While watching the opera in town, they kept yelling Queen Candle's name. So yeah, they're targeting the Queen of Hesperia, the outside gang. And then the King Rowan asks us, "What did you say? Was it the Moron gang?" "That's right. Those bastards have been after Candle for years. How did they get here without us noticing? Send word to Candle not to leave the opera house." Then then the guard says the opera house Jendon Moshi is set in silent mode. So they're like watching an opera, so their Jendon Moshi is in silent mode. And then King Rowan is like starting to freak out, and we see GUNKO is also like getting panicking because she tells Brooke to do something. They're gonna take away Mom. Then Brooke then says, "The Moron gang, something feels off. I ran into them at the port earlier today." Brooke, like before, remember when Brooke was singing at 4 a.m. Like he's at that point he ran into them at the port, and Brooke then says, and we then like cut away to the opera street, and we then see the Moron gang like shooting people, and they're like ravaging town, and the townspeople are scared, like it's a gang cavalry. And then we then see inside of the opera house, and where this is we see a small glimpse shot of Queen Candle here, a lady, a beautiful like majestic lady. You can see the vibe, like what Oda is going with, guys. This is peak, guys. This introduction will be insane. So we see a lady commenting, truly a splendid show. And now we see the gang members have like arrived in front of the opera house where Queen Candle is, and they're like asking Queen Candle to come out because Boss Moro's orders are clear. If she refuses, we shoot. Today's the day we settle this. You're gonna pay for deceiving our boss, Queen Candle. Her Majesty must not leave the opera house. Kya! And they're like shooting anyone who's trying to like protect Queen Candle, and they're like in front of the opera house, like calling her to come out, Queen Candle. And we then see in the palace, back in the palace, we see the King Rowan is like freaking out, and Brooke is also in front of him, and Princess Shuri is also like on the verge of crying, and the Brooke then says, "It will be fine, Your Majesty. Her Highness is incredibly strong. She won't be captured so easily." This is the most coldest scene for what happens later in the chapter, guys. Like this is peak. And more importantly, their failure to notice is concerning. Even after meeting me at the port, guys, you won't believe what happened in this chapter. I already sliced them apart. And we then see like all the Moron gang members in front of the opera house. They're getting like sliced apart, like out of nowhere, like, and this is insane. And everyone is like shocked. The townspeople are shocked, like, what's this? Wait, could this guy, they're already been sliced apart? That means that was Captain Brooke's weak draw slash. It's the Brooke then shouts out all the way from the palace. It's the humming three, shouts out his named attack. It's humming 3 blocks, arrow notch cut. Sir Brooke, he's so cool. And everyone is like cheering on Brooke because they realize that it was Brooke's jaw. Like Brooke's, like what it was Brooke's stuff, you know, like everyone like quickly realized that this is the kind of attack like Brooke uses. Guys, so exactly what happened here was when the gang members were already cut when Brooke met them back at like during 4 a.m. Like when he first met them in the morning, he already cut the gang members, and the effect took place right now, guys. They didn't even realize like Brooke cut them like all this time. The cut was so clean, and it is insane, guys. Like Brooke, guys, we might have to have some conversation about Brooke's power scaling after this, guys. Like I'm not gonna lie. And we see everyone in the townspeople like shouting Brooke, like they're like they realize that it's Brooke's job. Like Brooke is the one, the humming, and the name of the attack is it's humming 3 blocks, arrow notch cut. And the view of the kingdom is insane. We see a piano or something like that on the top of the palace, and it's so cool. I'm loving the Spirit Kingdom design. But anyways, we then see a certain someone coming out of the opera house, and the narrator like kicks in, and I'm gonna narrate this, and I'm gonna explain it later. Back in the kingdom of Hesperia 70 years ago, 2 stars shined above all others. One was Candle, the former captain of the Royal Escort Corps and Hesperia's current queen, and the other one's music may be unpopular, but his targets don't even realize they have been sliced. The captain of the surprise attack unit, Brooke of the Humming Blade, famed by the title Swift Slash. And we then see a woman walking out of the opera house, and we then see a description box. Kingdom of Hesperia, Queen Candle. At the time the kingdom was at peace. Brooke in the days of youth. End of chapter 1183. Guys, no break next week. And we see the full design of Queen Hesperia. What a chapter, guys. Like this is insane, man. And looks beautiful. Like this is one of the like best design Oda has drawn as for a woman in One Piece. Like, people complain about how they most of the One Piece women look like Nami lookalikes, and how they have like different like curvatures, and like people complain about different sort of stuff. But I believe this is one of the outfits, most people were like blaming Oda for Gonko's outfit, provocative outfit. But here, bro, Princess Candle, like she's Gonko, Princess Shuri's mother, Gonko's mother, and she looks beautiful, guys, like stunning, like one of the best character design. She has a like a knight, she has a sword, just like Brook and Gonko. Gonko also had a sword, reminder, just when she was just a kid, guys, and she was training, I believe she was training with Brook at that point. And we see like Queen Candle with a sword, and she looks very similar. Now I'm gonna go with my theory piece. Her outfit and her clothing looks very like royal and very similar to the Holy Knights, guys. So this is where my theory comes in. I think like this Queen Candle, like the way Oda is slowly like building her up, I believe Queen Candle might be a Holy Knight Celestial Dragon from the Manmire family. Guys, just hear me out. And remember how like I said like King Rohan, Gonko's father, like Princess Shuri's father, looked very similar to the Davy clan member. So I think that it could be a similar situation to Garling, like Queen Candle like came from the Murray Joyce to Kingdom of Vesperia to check if this was suitable for the next like Celestial Dragon native hunting competition. Maybe that's why she infiltrated the kingdom, and then she had a kid with the king to gain the trust of everyone, like to infiltrate, how the Celestial Dragon, the things they would go to, you can never underestimate the things they will do to get their like salvation, and maybe she had Gunko with King Rohan, and after later on, like when Celestial Dragon came here and attacked King of Asperia for the native hunting competition, and maybe the kingdom got destroyed, and after the kingdom got destroyed, maybe Queen Candle took Gonko with her back to the Holy Land, and she erased her memories. I think something like that is on the cards, guys, and it could be paralleling Loki and Gonko, because as we know, like Gonko is also known as like the father killer. Maybe she didn't actually kill the father, and maybe Queen Candle did something. Something. There's gonna be crazy amount of layer on top of what actually happened between Gonko and why Gonko came to be known as a father killer paradise. So guys, this is so big. I'm super hyped for this, guys. And yeah, the Brook second of flashback is officially underway, and we're finally seeing what actually happened between Brook and Gonko, guys. Like, I'm super pumped for it, guys. This is gonna be insane, guys. I'm just telling you, man. And yeah, I'm super hyped for it, guys. Like, my god, man, my peak. I know some of you guys are mad that we're not contending with the present day after just Imu is on the island, and we still don't know where Luffy is, guys. I know, guys. Like, just let Oda cook. I believe this is really important to the overarching plot of Elbaf, and that's why Oda is choosing to like show this flashback right here and now. Because even I was confused when I saw the leaks for it, because I thought we were gonna get the Brook and Gonko flashback like after the conflict was over, because it doesn't make sense to get it before it. So the reason we're getting this flashback right now is this is important to the overarching present day plot of Elbaf. So yeah, that's why we're getting this now. So this is gonna be insane, guys. Like, I'm super hyped for it, and guys, like, lock in, guys, lock in. Brook's flashback is here, and this is gonna be peak as hell, bro. Like, I'm just telling you guys. So yeah, thankfully there is no break next week, and we dive right in the action next week as well. So guys, yeah, that's gonna be it for the video, and I'll see you in the next one, and thank you for watching. Peace out.